Capricorn, welcome to December. Welcome back to the channel. Or if it's your first time, welcome. This is Gwendolyn. And I just want to say a quick thank you to all my stars who watch regularly. I really love seeing your comments, and I really just want to thank you for staying with me. I see some of you that have been with me for a long time, and the reason I do this channel is for all of you, all my stars, and I really appreciate just having this platform to do this with you. So thank you for being with me. It really means a lot to me. And for you Capricorn, this month is going to be it's going to have your work really featured. You have a new moon in Gemini on December 3rd. Full moon in Gemini on December 3rd, which is in your 6th house of work and duty and health and day-to-day things and schedules and routines and, just sort of like what you consider your job, as well as health matters. And then you also still have Jupiter hanging out in Scorpio in your 10th house. You'll have it there for the whole year. So that's your career. And you Capricorns can be very focused on your career. You are the mountain goat that climbs the mountains. So you're about scaling that mountain, achieving something, about accomplishing things, accomplishing goals and tasks, and putting something out in the world and providing directorship and leadership. So I really see a big focus on your work this month, just with the astrology. And then on December 18th, you have a new moon in Sag in your 12th house. So it may mean that it's time to focus on your dreams, Sag. 12th house is all about spirituality. It's about dreams. It's about the unconscious, connecting with the divine, connecting with otherworldly things. And there may have been some of you that have been so focused on work that you've let your dreams kind of, fly by the wayside. I'm getting some indecision with 2 of Swords flying out, around this new moon, like whether to stay with the career or maybe venture off into a new realm, because it is Sagittarius where this new moon is hitting. So new travel potentially, like should I stay or should I go, is what I really get with this card for you as I'm talking about this. And I really get the sense that it's maybe something stable versus something that is going to fulfill you on a heart level, or a passion level. With Sagittarius, it's all about vitality and optimism and life and expansion and travel. So I really am going to encourage you around that new moon in December 18th, even if your focus has been on stability and on work, which it looks like it might be for most of this month. Let that seed of your dreams be planted on December 18th. You're going to have a lot of energy and passion regarding that. And in your 12th house, it's a place where dreams it's fertile ground for your dreams. So it's a place where they can take root. So you might want to do that. Also, I said Jupiter is in your 10th house, Capricorn, but it's actually in your 11th house. But that's still networking. That's connecting with humanity. Yep, success jumps out as you networking, advertising, connecting with others, showing yourself to an audience, potentially lecturing, doing things with science, innovation. That's all featured for you, and I'm showing success. So I don't know, Capricorn, but you guys might be having a lot of success in your work. You might finally get that job or that promotion that you've been looking for this month. Whatever you're putting efforts into, you've got some nice things coming, especially regarding your work or career. So let's see what's coming up for Capricorn for December. Magician in reverse and Fool in reverse. Wow, the very first 2 cards of the deck. Major Arcana. New beginning energy. Potential energy. What do you want to create is what I see with this immediately. Let's see what else is coming out. 3 of Wands, the visionary card. So it's all about your vision, Capricorn. And then Death in reverse. All in reverse. So these are all power hitter cards. You Capricorns are kind of power players anyway. Heavy hitters is what I'll say. And 3 of these are major arcana. And then the other one is of the visionary card. So I'll talk about all this in just a moment, but it's like you come into December full force. However, they're all in reverse, so I'll talk more about that too. Then we've got Queen of Wands in reverse, Sun in reverse. Wow, you've got some really heavy, potent energy, but it may take some decision making. So far, this is your only card in the upright, Seven of Cups, and that's all about options. And it's saying that there's all this heavy duty energy right under the surface just brewing, Capricorn, but you may have to sort through some fog to see it clearly. Yep, Ace of Wands in reverse. More fire. This is all fire energy in reverse here in the middle of the month, and this is all major arcana and more fire energy. So it's sort of like saying you almost like have a powerful engine right below the surface, and you've got to make some choices and see through the fog before you can go forward with that. Oh, beautiful. The Star card, your wish towards the end of the month. Nine of Wands in reverse. Queen of Cups is going to be a helpful person to you towards the end of the month, maybe around the holidays. And then Page of Rods, you end the month with a lot of enthusiasm. So let's talk about what all this means, Cappy. What these cards all tell me, these first four, is that you can have anything you want. You just have to see it in your mind's eye first. One of the things I'm responding to, I'm really seeing these two cards together and these two cards together, but one of the things that I'm responding to is look at the Rose in the Fool's hand and also Death in reverse. The difference between the two of these, and don't worry about death. Death just means transformation, letting go, going through a portal. It means cutting an old rose that's dying to receive the new one that's living. It means it's a cycle of life where the rose blooms, it dies, it gets, the seeds fall into the earth, the rain falls on them, they get nurtured, and they create a new rose. So when death is in reverse, it's telling me you're having a hard time letting go of something. You're having a hard time like cutting that cord of the old rose. You don't want to let go of the old definition is what I'm getting. You don't want to let go of the old stability, the old order, the old thing that has died. But you need to, in order to have this fresh new energy bloom. This is where the sun is shining, This is feeling optimistic. This is having faith and trust and being ready for a new adventure, Capricorn. And it's all going to be about what you envision, because Magician and Three of Wands are both visionaries. This guy says, abracadabra literally means what I say is what I create. What I say is what shows up before me. As it is above, so it is below. I'm harnessing all this energy from the etheric and divine realm down into earth, into mundane, tangible, real results. And Three of Wands is the visionary. He's saying, what do I want to create? Let me think about this. Let me dream up my empire. Let me see what I want to bring. The Magician is the one who does it. So really, this is about a focusing and a harnessing of your mental concentration into a specific goal. And like, what do you want to create? What do you want to draw to yourself? What do you want to put that focus, that laser-like focus on, so that it creates tangible results? What I'm going to say, Capricorn, is you have to let go of old stuff first before you'll be able to have this new, fresh, revitalized, take on the world kind of energy. I'm going to go out and see what there is for me to see. And I can create whatever I want. He's got the infinity symbol over his head. I can create whatever life I want, says Magician. Watch me do it. Abracadabra, there it is. So, and this is an incredibly powerful card. These two cards are the very first two. This is this is 0, so this is all the potential energy of the universe. And Magician harnesses that potential energy and says, okay, I'm going to take this, this, and this and create it into this. It's almost like he's baking a cake, like saying, I want a little bit of that, I want a little bit of that, and this is what I want the result to be. And I'm going to do it by focusing my will in one direction. So, very important. At the beginning of December, Capricorn, focus your mind on what you want to envision. That's what both of these cards are about. They're all in reverse, so that's telling me there's some doubt, fear, or resistance to believing that you have the capability, that you can wish for something that you want. that you can create the results that you want. And a lot of it has to do, honestly, with some fear of letting go of the old chapter, the old definition. That word's coming up again. So once you face whatever fear, doubt, or resistance to letting the old chapter go, you will be able to envision something new, be creative. You know, creative visualization is really what this card is about. And I don't know what your fear, doubt, or resistance is towards that. Maybe it's like, I've done that in the past and it hasn't worked. You know, or whatever it is. Or I can't really have what I want. I can't possibly create that or manifest that or have it. These cards say you can, but you just have to believe it. You have to get through whatever fear, doubt, or resistance, you know, is there. And what's funny is that this guy and this guy are looking at this death card. So it's really like they're waiting in line, and also Magician, until this death card is released. And it's saying, like, I am willing to let go. I am willing to let go of that old definition, that old stability, that old story, that old relationship, that old whatever it is that is clearly dead, you know, clearly dead. You just need to cut it so that new life can happen. Yeah, there's something there, Capricorn, that you're going to have to let go of before you can let these guys in to do their work. You know, they can't plant the new field. Like, this is the guy, it's actually kind of funny. This is the guy looking at the field saying, you know, what do I want my empire to look like? What do I want to plant? You know, Fool is saying, here, I'm coming with the new seeds. I'm coming with the new rows. I'm the one who's excited about planting this, about doing it. And Magician says, I have the answers. I know how to do it. I know how to create results. These are all waiting for you, Capricorn, to let go and move on and allow that in. So that's all I'm going to say about that. You might have to have some belief in your own personal power, because this... Sometimes Fool in reverse can be lack of belief, lack of trust, lack of faith. Magician in reverse can be lack of belief in your own personal power, your own belief of effectiveness, your lack of boldness or authority, creativity, any of that. You're one of a kind, you know, Capricorn, lead the charge. Then, in the middle of the month, so that's going to just be like a internal struggle to turn all these cards right side up. And guess what? I think all you have to do is turn this one. You know, let go or be dragged. Let go. Let new life in. Have faith and have trust in your own capabilities, in your own authority, your own ability to create results, and your own ability to dream. So in the middle of the month, Capricorn, and you know what? One other thing I'm going to say about that before I move on. That new moon in Sag is a great time to be dreaming. This Ace of Wands is happening right around the time of that new moon, 18th. And this is a fresh new beginning if you can let it in. But you're going to have to just assess your options and see what's real and what's not real. In the middle of the month, you've got 3 major cards that are about fire. This one's a major arcana. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana in December. So it might be a big month for you, Capricorn. But this is all fire energy, and this is in reverse. So what it's saying to me is that you won't be able to take action on something that you're really passionate about until you clear through the different options and really get a sense of what's real and what's not. This is 7 of Cups, which is about seeing through illusions and identifying what's real. You know, these are all the different options that you can choose. But you can see there's lots of like cloud energy. There's lots of haziness. Sometimes I read this card as the Las Vegas card, and it's like what you see is not what you get. And be careful of what's behind door number 3, or be careful what you wish for. It's also a card of like the shiniest thing, all that glitters is not gold. So this is really sifting through options. It means that you may have a whole array of options in front of you, but really have to do the research and the homework about what's gonna work and what's gonna satisfy you. That's a big one. And then once you can clear that away, you have some really powerhouse cards again, Capricorn. Queen of Wands, authority, vision, action, getting things done, You know, she takes action, she makes things happen. She's very confident, she's very attractive, she's very like, let's do it now. She is waiting here for you too. Also the sun. You know, this is success in partnerships. Look at all these sunflowers on both of the cards. You know, it's happiness, it's joy, it's radiance. And it's you being happy in relationship, happy with both sides of yourself, both the masculine and the feminine side integrated. It's being joyfully radiant, like the sun is shining on you. It's like your day in the sun. You may have something to do with a Leo here, Capricorn. And then also, you know, a new beginning, a new fiery beginning, passion, vitality, enthusiasm. It's echoing, you know, what these cards can bring if you let go of the old. And it's also echoing, funny enough, you know, this enthusiasm of Page of Wands, like saying, I'm ready for this new beginning, new fresh start. Ace of Wands is that initial spark. It's saying, you know, oh my gosh, here's an idea. Aces are always new beginnings. It's an aha, like I want to run with this idea. It's the parade leader out front. It's the runner in the race that is holding the baton. So it's saying, you're ready for something passionate and big and bold and fiery and ready to take action on something, but it's in reverse until, it's going to bring you a lot of joy too, Capricorn. It's going to put you on stage even, but it's going to be in delay until you address your options. What's real, what's not, what's fantasy versus what's reality is a lot of time what this card is about. What are the real options and sifting through those and really like, if you do have castles in the air, what are the structures I need to build beneath them to ground those? So think about what's going to be satisfying for you. And then you have a lot of like, just sort of like a heat steam engine ready to power that through. But you got to get clear on what your vision is. You've got to let go. This full moon in Gemini on December 3rd is going to help you come to completion on something, especially regarding how you have worked in the past, you know, whether you believe that you have to have a 9-to-5 job, whether, you know, maybe that's an old belief that you let go of. Maybe you've always believed that you need to have a certain schedule to function or that you have a certain routine. Maybe that you're going to let go of that. And maybe it allows you to move forward into something that you're passionate 24/7 about. I don't know. But I'm just saying there's something that you could let go of here at the full moon in Gemini that allows you access to this, all this fire that's just sort of like brewing and waiting once you identify which option you want to choose. And then Capricorn, towards the end of the month, you have this hope card, star. This means, you know, a wish fulfilled. This is our hopes and dreams. It means renewal. It means accepting ourselves just as we are. But I'm really getting for you, Capricorn, this is really like a fulfilled wish. This is like, I'm going forward with this, and it's everything I always wanted. It's all my hopes fulfilled. You know, I finally feel stable and grounded, and I feel like my hopes are being given to me in my dreams. You know, when you wish upon a star, here it is. So it really has to do with your vision and faith and your ability to believe in implementing it, letting go of the past, clarifying what your options are to allow all this fire energy in, this new beginning, this time in the sun, this authority. You really have a lot of good stuff. Again, it's like a fire engine that is waiting for you to hook onto something, hook it to a direction. And really, you're going to have to take some time to assess. All of these are assessment cards too. 3 of Wands, visioning, 7 of Cups, making a decision, and Queen of Cups is trusting your intuition, but I'm also reading this as a water sign that's helpful to you in this direction. I kind of see her as a counselor. This could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. It potentially could just be, I'm getting the word mother of intuition, so whether that's a mother, whether that's a counselor, someone that you know who's an expert in an area. She's usually an expert in terms of the heart. So counselor, I'm getting that word again too. But she is telling you you're not going to always have to beat things down and always be the survivor card, like getting knocked down and getting back up. You may come to her and say, you know, I feel like I'm a failure. I feel like I kind of always try and it never works out. That's what 9 of Wands in reverse is about. You know, I keep getting knocked down and I have to get back up. I call this my cool hand Luke card for just that reason, is that he keeps getting knocked down, keeps getting back up. You know, this is also called the survivor card. And so you may, at the end of the month, say, you know, I'm really clear on what my dreams are, but I've sorted out with all these options about what it is I want. But I may need to get some counseling about not feeling like I'm always going to get knocked down, not feeling defensive, not feeling like I'm always having to look over my shoulder for where the attack is coming next. This water person's really going to help you with that. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You can see she's talking to him and counseling him, and comes out as Page of Wands. So instead of carrying all that baggage of the Nine of Wands, it's fresh energy. This is optimism. This is enthusiasm. This is harnessing all this fire energy. Queen of Fire, Sun, Ace of Fire. You know, it's like, I'm ready to go now. I've got this new feather in my cap. I've got this new spring in my step, new enthusiasm, new passion, new joy, new vitality. So it's like going with it. So it's really, I see December as a big evolutionary month for you, Capricorn. Getting clear on what your vision is. Letting go. Getting access to that fire that's waiting under the surface. It's going to make you happy. It's going to make you feel accomplished. It's going to give you a new direction. Once you clear through all the fantasy, the choices and options, the assessing what's real versus what's illusion, what you're seeing through rose-colored glasses, and that's when your wish shows up and your hope for what can be. Or even what is. This could be like your wish landing in your lap. This towards the end of the month is saying, you know, I may need some support or some reassurance or something from a counselor about not feeling like a failure, not feeling like I'm always going to get knocked down, not feeling like I'm always having to look over my shoulder. That's what this card is about. Like, why do I always have to just survive? She'll help you through that, Capricorn, and then look at where you end up. I'm ready to go. I'm full of optimism. I'm full of willingness. I'm ready to like take this passion and apply it. I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to go out into the world with something new. So that's my reading for you, Capricorn. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to give it a thumbs up or share it with another Capricorn or on social media. Also, if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can email me. I'll have my email below. I do 3-card readings, half-an-hour readings, relationship readings, hour-long readings, and I use numerology, astrology, cards of destiny, love cards, and tarot for those. And if any of you are interested in learning more about the tarot, I have a course through Daily Ohm, or you can just email me directly and I can send you a link to learn about that. It covers all 22 of the major arcana and it's $10, and you get a video and description for each card. It covers upright meanings, reversals, astrological correspondences, so much stuff with that. So if you're interested in learning more about the tarot, feel free to email me about that. And I hope everyone has a beautiful holiday. I love this time of year, and I just want to thank all of you again so much for watching. As always, yours in the stars.